Good morning, Joe Titano for the Pacific Daily News. Lawmakers will have until Friday to decide whether they want to force a review of the lease that the administration is seeking for property in Manila that's meant to be the site of a new hospital complex. The lease with the Navy for up to 50 years is now on the desk of Attorney General Doug Moylan. His office is conducting a legal review, but he said that he's going to give senators until Friday to decide whether they want to override a veto from the governor on a bill that would require the legislature to approve the 50-year lease. Governor Lulian Guerrero vetoed the measure last week, stating that it was an encroachment on her power and threatened to derail the hospital project. Some lawmakers, including Bill 12's author, Speaker Therese Terlahi, say they want more details to ensure that Guam is getting a better deal. 10 votes are needed, and it's meant to go to an override vote on Wednesday when session resumes at 10 a.m., according to the Speaker's office. If you want to see the details, go to guampdn.com.
Half a day Guam, Heidi Eugenio Gilbert here with the Pacific Daily News. The Guam Visitors Bureau is preparing a record high budget request of $29 million for fiscal 2024. If the legislature approves this budget request, it will represent a 53% increase from GVB's 2023 appropriations. GVB has a budget of $18.9 million in 2023. So asking for a $29 million budget for 2024 is like shooting for the moon. But GVB said there will be a significant increase in tourism arrivals in the months ahead, and that tourism attraction funds will be able to sustain this budget increase. For the full story, log on to guampdn.com.
Good morning, Joe Titano for the PDN. Republican lawmakers are scheduled to hold a press conference this afternoon for an investigation that they want launched into what was apparently a fake amendment bearing the name of Republican Senator Chris Duenas. During session last week, Duenas stated that he had become aware of an amendment bearing his initials that was circulating online. It was to Bill 32, a measure that was meant to provide $30 million for school repair in the public school system. The amendment, purportedly from Duenas, stated that he wanted to take money that was issued toward raises for school teachers and reprogram it for repairs. Republican senators and Committee on Rules Oversight Chairman Senator Chris Barnett have called for an investigation to be launched. If you want to see what happens today at noon, go to guampdn.com.
Half a day. This is Jackson Stevens reporting for Pacific Daily News. Last week, Governor Lulian Guerrero signed into law Bill 1037, which authorizes first responders, law enforcement, and substance use recovery groups to acquire and use the medication naloxone, commonly sold under the brand name Narcan, which reverses the effects of an opioid overdose. While opioid use is not quite as extensive as seen in the States, the Guam Police Department and substance use recovery groups, such as the Salvation Army Lighthouse Recovery Center, have said that this move will save lives. For more on the story as it develops, please visit guampdn.com.